We will be looking at what is known as widow's offering, found in Luke 21 verses 1 to 4. Jesus looked up and saw the rich putting their gifts into the offering box, verse 1. Jesus looked up. To understand this, let us go to the Gospel of Mark, where we find an example of the Gospel accounts complementing each other and harmonizing beautifully. Mark 12:41 records the same incident and says, "And he sat down opposite the treasury and watched the people putting money into the offering box. Many rich people put in large sums." Jesus was sitting down on the floor. We cannot assume that he was sitting on a chair, as chairs were not present in the temple. Further, Luke's Gospel seems to suggest that it was an accidental sight. However, from Mark we can understand that it was more intentional than accidental. Luke mentions an offering box, whereas Mark refers to treasury. We can understand more about this from the temple, its ministry and services by Edersheim, which describes this part of the temple. The court of the women obtained its name not from its appropriation to the exclusive use of women, but because they were not allowed to proceed further, except for sacrificial purposes. Indeed, this was probably the common place for worship, the females occupying, according to Jewish tradition, only a raised gallery along three sides of the court. This court covered a space upwards of 200 feet square. All around ran a simple colonnade, and within it, against the wall, the 13 chests or trumpets for charitable contributions were placed. These 13 chests were narrow at the mouth and wide at the bottom, shaped like trumpets, hence their name. Their specific objects were carefully marked on them. 9 were for the receipt of what was legally due by worshippers, the other 4 for strict voluntary gifts. This is the place where the whole incident happened. Stay tuned as we continue to meditate on this passage, and have a blessed day.